Hi and welcome to this week's art talk. So, do you remember what it was about last week? I was talking about the historicity of a work of art, meaning it can be interpreted differently through the ages. Not that it was created in 1805 by whomever, but that it can be interpreted differently and builds up a history from these different interpretations through the ages. That it will say something to whether you're in the year 2024 or in the year 1718. And I finished last week with quotes from Novalis and Mozart, saying that the space, the empty space, is the important bit, because that allows you, the viewer, to put yourself into the work. The most important representative and master of empty spaces in modernist painting was Paul Cézanne. He called what I described earlier, the historicity, réalisation, and I can't speak French, there you go, realization in English, by which he meant the final completion of the work by the viewer, because for Cézanne, the viewer should also be a blank space in which he should forget everything before he looks at the work of art to get a new knowledge. Leonardo da Vinci could be described as the inventor of the blank space. We all know the portrait of Mona Lisa, right? The expression of the face in the foreground immediately captivates us. Was she a man? Was she a woman? All sorts of things, yeah? We skip the middle ground and our attention goes to the background of the picture. This background literally merges into a misty painting, also known as sfumato. This background seems to represent neither an ideal nor a real existence. It only exists in your experience. There's nothing to be found there. The areas left free are not empty in the true sense of the word, but are pictorial spaces into which an exaggerated colouring of the neighbouring zones resonates. So what's next to it resonates into the empty space. Intermediate zones in which colours meet in exciting relationships and visually merged with each other, the immediate direct juxtaposition of which would have produced an effect that is too harsh or even repulsive. This striving for light and permeability between colours prompted Cézanne to increasingly develop the technique of watercolour painting, which until then had only been a manual tool for him, into independent, perfectly composed works. In his later work, he considered them more vibrant and poetic because they were freer and more suggestive in their expression. So that's historicity and the empty spaces. Now behind me you can see a whole load of black and white pictures which I've hung up in preparation for an exhibition I'll be opening on the 26th of November on Saturday, and in Basel in the restaurant Schmaler Wurf. There's the information for you, and I would love to see you there. You can come and see them in real, because we also know it's been tested by neuroscientists. If you see a work of art in real, it makes much more things go around in your brain than if you see it on a video or in a print. And if you've got a little bit of spare time and you really enjoy these art talks, I will be speaking in German, obviously, at the Art ESB in Liestel. And on the 26th, that's the Friday evening at 6:30 p.m, I'll be giving a talk in the framework of this exhibition where I was invited to be the guest jury. It was a super experience and I really enjoyed it. And so it would be lovely to see you at my art talk there, a live art talk as opposed to a recorded one. So there's a few things to think about. It's a bit short this week, but it's a very busy October. As I said, I've got a talk, I've got an exhibition, and I've even rented out my studio space for someone to celebrate their 50th birthday. So there's quite a bit going on, not to mention the usual online drawing development year that I'm doing at the Royal Drawing School, which is in its last term. This term is giving me a bit, but yeah, it's been fantastic. So there you go. I look forward to seeing you, maybe in Basel, maybe in Liestel, or check out my other art talks if you like this. And see you next time. Bye bye.